Time now for an update regarding the Box Secure Storage project. Substituting today for Lisa Previtt is John Landers. John, over to you.
Thank you, Tyler. I'm glad to provide an update today on Box Secure Storage. As Tyler mentioned, Lisa is out today, so I will be presenting on this project. Over the last several months, in April, we provided a detailed overview of really what Box is and what it does and why we're in the process of implementing it, as well as providing a project update. And in last month, we focused on providing a project update as to where we're at, and that will be the focus of today's presentation as well. As always, on the Projects Live website off of the ITS site, there are the archived videos from the previous month that you could watch to get a sense of the previous updates for Box Secure Storage. So to discuss what we've been working on over the last month or so, the project team has really been focusing on trying to make the final decisions as we get closer to rollout, especially around global settings and the folder transition. We made sure to review these decisions with some of the distributed technology leadership and the chief technology officers around campus. There are a couple that we wanted to highlight to make sure people are aware and kind of understood what we're doing, especially around security. We made some changes to make sure that Box sessions or the times you can be on without having to re-authenticate won't extend 8 hours. And we also made sure that unencrypted FTP is not allowed. With Box being a place to hold restricted data, we are trying to make it as secure as we can for the needs on our campus. We have modified the sharing settings to allow users who have the link to be able to download the files as well as updating the notification settings to make sure that it's very clear who the document is being shared from in invitation emails, and that users also get email notifications about login activity. So we're really trying to make sure that people who use Box have clarity around what's going on all the time. And we will be asking the existing users who have been kind of our early adopters to transition their information from the old folder structure to the new folder structure. We will communicate kind of the timeline for that and provide assistance where applicable to make sure that they have the timeline to be able to transition those folders over. And ultimately we kind of finalize our detailed list of project activities and deliverables needed for implementation. To cover what will be over in the next couple months or so, there's still work that we are working through on the contract to allow for the unlimited enterprise storage, and that works its way through our legal and procurement processes. And we really want to make sure with Box being a new tool and being able to use for general storage as well as restricted information, that our support process is very clear and clearly understood to make sure that we are able to answer the questions and get things routed properly to make sure that users can use Box successfully and clearly. And that includes training materials, that includes communications, as well as making sure the service desk knows how to escalate certain issues, and making sure that they're tweaked based off of recent changes made in the last couple months or so. And really, we want to make sure that we provide a guidance tool that allows users to clearly know when may be the best time to use Google Drive, for example, versus Box. As we work on finalizing, project dates and implementation, to make sure that we can provision users and deprovision users to make sure that if someone does leave the university, they don't have access to Box. We're making sure that those things are addressed and clear before we go live. And the plan is still to have Box implemented in the summer of 2016, and hopefully have updates in June or July as we work through this, and hopefully with a implemented project. Tyler, those are the materials that we had. Are there any questions from the audience?
Yes, thanks, John, for that update. So with the implementation of Box that's currently underway, I just want to call this out for members of the community. Will any services such as Google Drive be discontinued at Case Western Reserve?
No. Box has the flexibility to store information as well as being our preferred place to store restricted information. Google Drive will still be a tool that the university has access to and still works great for creating things like presentations or working together on meeting minutes. So both will be available to our campus.
Awesome. Thanks, John. And so, one thing we've seen when we did some training and engagement with the community is that folks really like the idea of having kind of like a map network drive on their computer to be able to store and manage files. Can a user's box folder be mapped as a network drive to their computer?
Yes, that is a scenario we wanted to make sure that we tested as we worked through this project. And using a WebDrive, which is a tool available for free on the Software Center, you can do that. And both Mac and PC users are able to use and download WebDrive from the ITS Software Center, which you can get to off of the ITS homepage.